true.
Yeah, there we go. Not today, Rona. Not today. Probably gotta go all the way to the end.
Probably gotta go, yeah. Gotta go.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
.37 in the morning. We're in North Carolina, Charlotte to be exact. Me and my boy. Taking me along on his flight.
Let's go fly, man.
First time flying with him. I'm gonna see how this guy flies a plane.
It's probably been 5 years since we've flown together.
In any kind of plane.
Like, any plane.
Right.
And, like, this dude gave me my first flight ever.
What was that? That was a Cessna 172, right?
Yeah, like about 9 years ago or so.
Yeah, I think that was a G1000. I took him flying on a sightseeing tour around Los Angeles at a Compton Airport. I told you about Compton Airport. But yeah, I took this kid on his first flight. And then he got his private pilot license and started taking me flying. And the sky was the limit after that. So anyway, he's getting ready to get ready for his flight. But first, we need some coffee.
Let's grab some body oil for us.
Much needed.
So, just got my flight release on my phone, which essentially has all our flight planning done for us from our dispatcher to the airline. So all I got to do simply is sign it, verify I received it. I'll transfer this over to my iPad, and then now have all the information I need for today's flight to Vermont.
I gotta do all the flight planning myself. That ain't even fair. All I gotta do is put a signature on the phone, he's done.
It's easy work here, man. It's not bad.
Maybe I should go to the airlines. I don't know.
Yo.
But we'll see ya.
Yo, go in the comment section and tell this guy to go to the airlines already. Alright?
How many passengers we got on this flight?
We have booked 16.
16 passengers on a CRJ 700.
But usually we average about 10 during these COVID days. Last week I flew a plane, only had 4 passengers. And our plane seats 76 people. So it's not the best of times, man, but
I don't know, 10 people on a plane sounds like a good flight to me.
That's all your Challenger holds.
Exactly. Good thing the coronavirus can't jump 7 feet. All right, this is it, man.
This is it. This is it.
It's been a long time coming.
This is dope, man.
I know.
This is cool. Like, almost 10 years ago, this guy flew me for the first time. Gave my first flight, and now I get to return the favor. Get to fly on the airline. So let's make it happen, man.
So here it is, the CRJ. This is a 900, right?
Yeah, CRJ 900.
900, okay.
Yep.
I was about to say 700, but...
Seats 76 passengers, 2 flight attendants. This is our first class cabin right here, and then we have our main cabin in the back. We also fly a CRJ 700, which seats 65 people. And then we fly an even shorter version of that called the CRJ 200, and that's a 50-seater.
That airplane sucks.
Yeah. It gets really hot. It's bad performance.
It's a dog.
It's a dog.
Yeah.
This airplane, 76 passenger airplane. Max takeoff weight's 84.5 thousand pounds. Go up to 0.83 Mach, and we cruise at 41,000 feet. So this is personally my favorite airplane to fly in general. Really love landing the airplane. A lot heavier on the controls. It feels like an airliner. Yeah, it's a little challenge as well. We'll make our way towards the cockpit in a bit, kind of show you around and whatnot. But,
I never seen a cockpit before.
dude, right? You see a real airplane, right? Came in from a local airport called Asheville County. So since it's not completely cold and dark, I'm gonna run some abbreviated checklists. Gotta check this maintenance status of the airplane, make sure that there's no open write-ups, there's nothing deferred, make sure it's airworthy and everything's just signed off. Gonna run some quick flows and whatnot, and then we're gonna start plugging in the flight computer, cross-checking our fuel, our flight plan and whatnot, and then before you know it, it'll be time for boarding. So let's do it.
Sweet.
Arm.
Box, verify check.
Check.
Display sound match. Verify check.
Check.
Press level quadrant.
It's check.
RTC CAS ACP.
It's check.
Northwest.
Check.
Check.
Alright, can we record a brief now?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Miles, cruising at 37,000 feet. After departing here, we'll be facing a little bit of rain and a little bit of bumps on our climb out. Once we get to our cruise altitude at 37,000 feet, it's just smoothing out for you guys. Getting over to Burlington, the weather's a lot nicer, 55 degrees, clear skies, good visibility, calm winds. First off, my name is Sean, and I'm your captain, Demetrius. I'll be flying aircraft today on a short flight to Burlington. On behalf of my whole flight crew and American Eagle, thanks for joining us this morning. Just relax and enjoy your flight.
It is incredible to hear that.
The boarding door is now closed.
Now, time to get ready to go to the hotel and then to the grocery store, get some snacks, and chill for the evening because we're gonna fly back tomorrow. Gotta hand it to you, bro. That was an amazing flight.
Thanks, dude. Glad you liked it.
Yeah. My back isn't broken, so it was a good landing.
Man, some call it luck, man. I call it dedication.
That was great, man.
It was really, yeah, it got kind of bumpy coming in. It's a mountainous area.
Right, yeah.
Terrain and stuff like that.
Sure.
like vectored. It's
It's a little warm too, so I imagine we had some thermals, you know, coming through it as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
It's fun.
Yeah, you guys did a great job, man.
Yeah,
You did a great job with the controls.
Let's go enjoy.
He did a great job as FO.
How's this Spark?
Good job, man.
Tomorrow.
Dude, I forgot what 4 a.m. felt like. Hashtag pilot life. So a little recap of yesterday. We came to the hotel. One of the flight attendants hung out with us. A very, very sweet lady. And we just talked about a bunch of pilot stuff and career stuff and personal life stuff and went to bed. Not much else we can do. Yes, I am worth more proof. I don't care. It's too early for this crap. Alright, so it's about, what time is it?
It is currently 4:17 a.m.
4:17 a.m. So we probably got another 13 minutes before we get out of here. We are in Burlington, Vermont, heading to the airport for a about 5 o'clock show.
Yeah, it's a 5:05 report time to the gate.
Okay, and
Up the coffee right now.
yes, very essential for pilots.
Essential
All you real
duties.
pilots know this is our lifeblood right here.
These are our essential duties.
This is part of the job.
These are the essential duties. But yeah, going over from Burlington, Vermont to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's gonna be about a 2-hour flight, and weather's beautiful here right now. Charlotte, not so much. It's currently really foggy, and we're gonna have to do a very low visibility approach today, which will be pretty fun. And one of our newest airplanes, CRJ 900. It's our second newest in our fleet. Probably about less than 200 hours on the engine.
Very nice.
Still has that new airplane smell, which is nice. And the lights.
I'll enjoy that.
We have really cool atmospheric lighting in this airplane. It turns like neon blue.
Oh,
Neon
got
purple.
money, got money.
Buddy.
Ah.
You got fucking money. He got money. Get it off for him.
It's not a soul in sight. It's crazy. Nobody on the plane just yet. We got about 18 passengers on today's flight, which nowadays is considered a heavy flight. You hear the APU starting in the back, and you can hear the hydraulic pumps running, in case anybody ever wondered what that sound was. Yeah, definitely. It's like every crack is like, there's no dust or anything.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, man, it's solid.
Got that spray on deck, huh?
You better know I got that spray on deck, man.
It smells good.
Top computers under the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment.
I don't know if all your friends
Little update. It's about 10:30 a.m. now, and we have a little airplane issue. Something's wrong with the flight computer or FADEC and the right engine, and for some reason the thrust reverser was not working the way it was supposed to. So we had to be delayed for a little bit, and turns out maintenance is not even able to fix the airplane until like midnight tonight. This is a fairly new airplane. Demetrius said it had about 200 hours on it total time so far, and still has that new plane smell, but still has issues. Every airplane has its issues from time to time. Even new airplanes, it's no exception. So go home day turned into airplane breaky day. The plane that gave us problems today. Man, what a day that was. Anyway, at home now, got my coffee. Before I close this video out, I talk about a couple things. For starters, I just want to say how proud I am of my bro Demetrius. I've known him since about 2008, back when I was doing flight simulator lessons over at Flight Path Museum at LAX. I think he was 12 years old, maybe 13 at the most. He was that one little kid that stood out amongst the rest of the kids in the class. At the time, I could see in the very beginning how smart he was and how interested he was in flying. It didn't take him very long to get a grasp of things, and he told me that that's really what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a pilot. I took it upon myself to go ahead and bring him up on a flight in a Cessna 172 on a sightseeing tour. Had 2 passengers in the back, and it was an actual sightseeing tour. They were cool with me bringing him along, and it turned out to be fantastic. It opened up a whole world to him. And I like to share that because I think it's always good as a pilot or in any kind of profession. I think it's always good to pay it forward to somebody else. He and I had a talk the other day, and we were thinking, wow, what would things be like if I never took him on that flight? Who knows? He'd probably still be a pilot. I don't know. It's just good to know that taking a little bit of your time to expose somebody else to something positive can change their entire life. I encourage anybody out there to do the same if you're able to. Now, when we had an issue and the airplane broke down, funny thing is, we had to deplane the passengers, of course, because we were sitting there for hours. One particular passenger in first class, he was sitting behind me. He said, "What's wrong with these pilots? They should know about this kind of stuff before they get in the airplane." He said a couple other things that I can't really say on camera, but it really rubbed me the wrong way, and I really wanted to say something, but I was there with Demetrius and I was on his travel benefits, so I didn't want to mess anything up. I didn't want to get him in any kind of trouble, so I just kept it to myself. But I want to say that you can't really expect pilots to be perfect. We're not going to know everything. We're not going to catch everything. There's no way that Demetrius could have known or Sean could have known that the issue was going to occur. It's nothing life-threatening or anything like that. It's just that they couldn't advance the throttle on the right engine. There's nothing they could do about it because the thrust reverser, the FADEC, was activating the thrust reverser system, and it was making it unresponsive as far as like trying to make power inputs. So there's nothing they could really do about that. It's not the pilot's fault, it's just a mechanical error. But I just think it's funny that whenever something bad happens, it usually falls upon the pilots. On the other hand, people like to say that pilots live this glamorous lifestyle, and, you know, they just get to fly planes and make a whole lot of money and become rich. Ha! Far from it. We are literally the workhorses of our companies. We're the ones that have to make the tough decisions on whether to fly or not to fly. We're the ones that have to do all the pre-flight inspections and make sure everything is up to par before we even take the plane into the air. We're the ones who have to monitor the weather, we have to monitor the maintenance, we have to monitor the route, we have to monitor so many different things. It's not just hop in a plane willy-nilly and just go flying. I wish it was that simple. What I'm trying to say is, please, respect what we do. Respect anybody in any profession, because unless you're actually in their shoes, you don't really know what it's like. Pilots especially work very hard to make sure that people get to their destination very safely, and I think more people need to appreciate that. Even back before I started flying, I always appreciated that, and I always wanted to meet the pilot and thank them. Anyway, flying with Demetrius, it was an absolute pleasure, and to know that he went from a little 12-year-old not knowing what he wanted to do in life to becoming an airline captain for PSA Airlines, and he's going to be working for American Airlines eventually. And I couldn't be more proud. You know, he saw what he wanted to do and he made it happen. No excuses, just made it happen. And I admire people like that. It was definitely a difficult journey. Some of those videos that I played earlier about him flying with me as a kid, I'll link those videos down below if you want to check them out. Anyway, that's the end of my little bit here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.
I think it's about time for me to go. Like I dive deep. Like I'm last week night with the flow here. Johnny boy, my peeps. I'm an infotainment state. My brain ain't contained. Keeps spilling out. I'm belligerent insane. My drink don't stay in place.